Welcome to the last part of the main curriculum, Web3 identity. We will talk about where we are in all of this and how we can interact as the end users with the underlying blockchain technology. And let's start with the authentication. We will first have a look at how we can authenticate ourselves in the Web2 space, and then move on to the Web3 space and see how it's done there. So I'm sure you are using multiple platforms within the Web2 space, and in order to interact with those platforms, with those products, you have to create an account and log in. And different tools are asking you for different information. Most usually you have to use a username and a password, which you define yourself. But for some of the platforms, it would be like a nickname. For others, it can be an email that you used for the registration. And for all those different products, you would ideally use a different platform to differentiate between them. However, when you then go on to the next product and want to log in, you actually realize that the password you provided is not the right one and you don't know what it actually is. You have to reset it and recover the entire account. As we all know, it can be quite a struggle. And you can use different tools like password managers, which will be gathering all that information and link it to a specific website. However, what we need to realize is that every web page will have different data, different way for us to log in, which can become very complex and difficult to manage. When it comes to Web3, if you remember, we logged in to the OpenSea platform, which asked us to select the wallet that we can log in with. And thanks to that, the process is very straightforward. And with one single wallet, we can actually log into multiple different applications holding just one version of our identity instead of having those 20, 30, or hundreds of different usernames and passwords. One of the tools or solutions that allows us to authenticate ourselves is sign in with Ethereum, a decentralized form of authentication that enables you to control your digital identity with Ethereum account or ENS profile instead of relying on centralized providers. And if you don't know what does it mean, think of the Google account that allows you to log into different platforms just with your Google email and password. And the problem there is that your account and your data, all your interactions with those websites are controlled by one single entity, by the centralized provider, which in this case is Google. In Web3 world, when we use Ethereum account or your ENS profile, then the control is within our hands only. So we get rid of that third party of the intermediary that can take over our data. And I mentioned ENS, but I didn't really explain what that is. So it is the Ethereum name service. It's a distributed, open, and extensible naming system based on the Ethereum blockchain. As you know, you can use your address, that we will also explain in the further videos, to be able to receive transactions and also to log in to different websites. And ENS is a human-readable version of that address, and you can think of it as your Web3 username. For example, benny.eth or zuza.eth. And what ENS does, it's that it's taking this human-readable name and translates it to something that a computer can read to identify you as a user. So let's have a look how we can actually sign in with the sign in with Ethereum solution. We are currently on the sign in with Ethereum webpage, which gives us more information on how this tool works and also allows us to test it out. So if I scroll down, you can see that I have a try it out section with the sign in with Ethereum button. And this button you can find on all the different Web3 dApps in order to authenticate yourself with your account. When I'll click on it, as you can see, I can select a wallet. So clicking on MetaMask, it will open my extension, select the account that I would like to authenticate myself with. I click on next, and now you can see that I'm again giving a permission to sign in with Ethereum to see my address, the account balance, activity, and also to suggest transactions to approve. In this case, you would be giving the access to the app that is using the service. After clicking connect, I can see the message that tells me what will happen. And remember, we should always read the messages, the transactions that we will then be signing. And we will also talk about the importance of reading the transactions in the further videos. So as you can see, Login XYZ, which is the page we're currently on, wants to log in with your Ethereum account, which is my address. And then you can see more details about the transaction. For me, I trust this website, so I can sign the message. And through that, I successfully signed in. So on OpenSea or another dApp, you will be able to see your profile and the information that is related to it.